the one and only Big Tom Aspinall. Hey, there he is. Tommy, how are you? Wait, before you answer that, Frank? Tommy Aspinall. This is your new theme song. You should walk out to this. What do you think about that? Walk out to that soundtrack. As you think it would go over well?
You know what? It's actually in the works.
Oh,
might be in the works at the moment.
Really?
Maybe we might be working on a little bit of a remix, a little bit of a. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what yet. We're playing around with a few ideas, but something definitely to get the crowd singing a little bit.
Are you going to get into the recording studio and voice some tracks?
No.
That would be amazing.
Definitely not. But we're working on something. I'm keeping it low key at the moment. All right. So you'll find out. You'll find out soon enough.
It worked for Roy Jones. He voiced some tracks. What do we got there? A little espresso, cappuccino. What is that?
It's a flat white, actually. It's a flat white. Yeah, this is my go-to. Flat whites. I always thought that they were like more of a girly drink.
No,
like because you think of flat and white, it sounds a bit. I don't know. I thought it was more like a latte or something like that. But no, it's actually one of the strongest coffees. And I've recently switched over to flat whites and very highly recommended for anyone who's not tried one.
Very popular in Australia. You make it yourself, or do you go and have someone make it for you?
No, I made it myself. Made it myself, bro. I've got a machine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're big time now. You're big time. I mean, you're Mr. Main Event. You're Mr. O2. You're Mr. London. Back again. Did it in March. Came back to you in July. And this is what you wanted, right? You said it on the program the last time we spoke. You don't want no big Las Vegas fight. You don't want no title fight. You wanted to be back in England. Were you happy when you were offered this whole scenario?
Of course. I mean, it's not that I didn't want another fight, do you know what I mean, or somewhere else. But if they're coming back to the UK, obviously I'm not going to miss that opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Like mate, that night in March, was it March? Yeah, the night in March, that was something special. And if we have the opportunity of doing anything even close to that again, like I want to be a part of it, why would I not? Do you know what I mean? Why would I not want to be a part of something like that? So I ain't going to pass that opportunity up. So we got it again. We're going again. July 23rd, Aspinall versus Blaydes in the Big Smoke, in the O2 Arena, London, England. What more could you want?
No, I agree. And we'll get to Blaydes in a second. Just curious, has life changed dramatically or a lot for you since March, since that win?
In what sense?
I don't know. Do you feel like you're getting more attention, more love, more Johnny-come-latelys, more sponsors? I don't know. Has life changed in any respect? Because that was a big win on a big stage.
I'm definitely getting a lot more love, but I got a lot of love anyway, to be honest with you. Like I get a lot of love from the UK people, of course. But yeah, you know what I get the most of is like when I'm doing regular stuff, which I only really do anyway. Like I'm taking my kid to school or I'm down at the shop. People keep asking me like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, the fucking same thing as you're doing here. Yeah. I'm buying a fucking loaf of bread. I'm buying a loaf of bread or whatever the hell I'm doing. Like, why would I not be here? You know what I mean? Just because I've always thought anyway, it doesn't matter if I'm fighting on the main event or the friggin' whatever. It doesn't make any difference. I've still got to do daily things that everybody else has got to do.
Right. It's like there's a famous feature here in the Rag magazine. Stars, they're just like us. Tom Aspinall, he's just like us. He buys loaves of bread.
Come on, mate. I'm a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy. No difference, Ariel, between me and you, apart from that weird fucking shirt that you're wearing. What the hell's that?
What's wrong?
It looks like I don't know. It looks like a blouse, like a grandma's blouse. Like
really? A bleeding house coat?
Yeah.
Does this look like a house coat?
I don't know. It looks like something that like your grandmother would wear going to like
a
christening or something like that. Yeah, it's not. I thought you had style, man. What's going on?
I'm slumping down in my chair here because my confidence level is down to 0. Is it bad, Frank, this shirt? What do you think of this shirt?
I think it's great.
Oh, thanks. See? I have these people working with me just to boost my confidence. Thank you for that. What did you think of Curtis Blaydes when they offered you him?
Do you want my honest opinion?
I would love it. That's why I like you. You shoot from the hip.
Of course I do. Of course. If you're going to ask me an honest question, I'm going to give you an honest answer. I ain't got to bullshit nothing. Curtis Blaydes is probably the toughest fight in the division for me stylistically. But with that, because that pushes me to a whole new level, mate. That pushes me to levels that I've never been before. And that's what I need. If I'm with someone that's going to make me comfortable, I'm going to stay exactly where I am and do the exact same work that I've been doing. If you're going to give me someone that I think is a scary fight and you're going to give me fear, like, you don't want to see me scared, because I end up doing stuff like I did in the O2 the last time I fought. I end up doing some crazy stuff that no one's ever done before. So me with a massive fight with a really tough guy, that's dangerous, man. That's dangerous for any heavyweight.
Was there a part of you though in the back of your mind like, hey, can I get Tuivasa or a better matchup for me? Did you try to negotiate it?
Well, I'll tell you something,
Tell me.
Ariel. I'll tell you something between me and you, because let's be honest, nobody watches the show anyway.
I agree. No, it doesn't.
No. Right, the UFC, they're always pushing for a call out, right?
Yeah.
They always want you to call somebody out. You get Chael Sonnen on his frigging podcast saying, you need to get a call out ready. They do their job for them. This is the third time I've called somebody out. And anybody who knows me personally knows that it's not really my style to call people out by name. I don't like doing that stuff, especially someone like Ty. Like, I called Ty out because Ty's got a lot of hype behind him, and he was the only guy, as far as I was aware at the time, that didn't have a match. So I thought, me and Ty make sense. I'm a fan of Ty. I don't want to call Ty out, but I want another fight, and that's what the UFC want. That's the third time that they've not given me who I want. So why should I keep calling people out? Do you know what I mean? What's the point in all this thing? Like, I understand, make the matchmakers' jobs easier for them and all that stuff, and I get it, but like, why am I trying to be someone that I'm not for something that's not even going to happen anyway? Like, that's not my style. So I don't know. I just don't understand why they're pushing for a call out all the time if they're not going to give you who you actually call out.
But it's working. You're getting big fights. You're getting main event fights. Come on, for the ego, it's got to feel good that you're main eventing over Darren Till, right? I mean, that has to feel good.
Mate, you know what? Honestly, hand on heart, doesn't bother me.
Of course it doesn't bother you.
Like,
it should bother him.
Well, maybe it does. I don't know. But like, that's all this like main event stuff. Oh, I should be the main event. I'm the people's main event, and all this stuff that all these other people say. Like, I'm not really bothered about any of that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to be a celebrity or trying to have the most views or my fight I said this and it went viral. I said that. I'm trying to fucking win fights and destroy the opposition. That's all I care about. I'm not bothered about how popular I am, like how much I'm trying to be a celebrity. I'm trying to run through the opposition and make everybody else look stupid. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be no celebrity, get some frigging big time sponsor and be on this game show and that game show and be on TV and get this many views. I couldn't give a shit about any of that stuff. What I'm interested in is getting better and winning fights and making money. And that's it.
Did you watch his last fight, Curtis's last fight?
Of course, I watch all the division. I know everybody in my division. I know, like, the heavyweight division, I know inside out. Any other division, I barely know anybody, but I know all the heavyweights.
So just curious, what do you think of his performance? And not only his performance, how he has been fighting as of late as well.
I think he's. I've always been a fan of Curtis. Like, me and Curtis have actually met before, and when me and Curtis met, I don't know if he remembers or not. I don't know if he'll see this or not, but I told him what a big fan of his I was then.
Wow.
I'm a massive fan of his style. I'm a massive fan of his the way he mixes his wrestling in with his striking and the threat of both. Like, I think he's really good. I think he's, like I say, I have massive respect for him, his skills, everything. Like, he's really, really good, and I'm not denying that at all. Like, I think he's amazing.
And where were you when you met him?
I was in Vegas. We fought on the same card. I fought Orlovsky, and he fought Derek Lewis.
Right. And by the way, like it's almost like he's one of those guys who's super tough, just maybe not the most popular. He doesn't have, the loyal following, though. There was this like weird Curtis Blaydes Twitter thing that happened a couple of weeks ago that I still don't understand. You know what I'm saying? He's just not one of those like flashy guys. So I feel like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves, and beating him maybe doesn't get you. But like, I think those who know how big of a win this is. I feel like you win this fight, we could be talking title shot next. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I think you're a bit crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
How many more? How many more do you want?
No, you know what? Ariel, you know what? I'm not even interested in it.
I know.
I'm not. I never thought that I was going to be talking about a title after 5 UFC fights, 6 UFC fights. Like, I'm not. I don't know. I feel like I've got more work to do, man. I've got a lot more work to do. I've got more proving. I don't want to be one of these like people who gets here by talking. Like, that is not me. That is, to me, to be honest with you, I struggle with a lot of MMA fighters these days, mate, to be honest, in interviews and doing all that. I struggle to watch. I don't watch. Like, I struggle to, it's just like, I've got small children and I see the same things in the small children, just fighting for attention all the time. And I just don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy who everyone's like, fuck, I don't want to fight him. If my name comes up in a contract with him, that's bad news. But I don't just want to be one of these like popular people who's popular just for the sake of being popular. Like, I couldn't give a shit. What's wrong with you anyway today? You seem in a bad mood. What's going on?
I'm freaking locked in right now. This is a big day. What are you talking about? I'm talking to a future heavyweight champion right now. What are you talking about, bad mood? I'm in a great mood. You're not.
Well, that's good. Was it a shirt comment? I didn't mean it.
You did insult my shirt, but it's okay. I'll get over it. I was going to say, you rise above it. We're not going to see you front row at an event, with 2 beers in your hand, spilling it on people, and that's okay. It's dare I say, GSP-esque. And I know after we last spoke, I believe you were with GSP, right? At that expo thingy. Did you get a chance to talk to him to, absorb some advice from the great George St. Pierre?
Of course. I absorbed some advice from GSP.
What do you say? What do you say?
You know what? I was so surprised. I was so humbled by him because, so the way it was, we were stood in like a little, so we were on this event and we were like signing shit, taking pictures and all the rest of the stuff. But we had like, there's quite a lot of fighters there. There's probably like 15, 20 fighters there or something. So we had like conflicting schedules. So it wasn't like, we wasn't running into each other too often. And I was stood in a hallway talking and I felt the old tap on the shoulder.
Wow.
And I turned around and it was GSP. So I just went for the hug. I couldn't even stop myself. I went straight.
Perfect.
I went straight for the hug. And he just started telling me what a big fan he is of me. And I couldn't believe it. I'm still shocked to this day.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck, you're a fan. And we just, we just had the most normal, like the guy, there's no like airs and graces about him. He doesn't think he's above anyone, just a normal, humble guy. And that is what I aspire to be. You know what I mean? Like I say, I struggle, really, really struggling with MMA fighters these days thinking the celebrities. And it's like, to me, it's almost like no one even really cares about not no one, but a lot of these like people, they don't even care about really winning or losing or looking good or improving in between the fights. All they care about is like how many followers they got on Instagram and how they can say this thing and this went viral, that like, and people like GSP and Khabib and people like, they're masters, and that's who I want to follow, not these like Instagram fighters all the time. I couldn't give a shit about any of that kind of stuff.
GSP is maybe the most down-to-earth superstar. Him and DC, probably the 2 most down-to-earth superstars that I've ever met covering the sport. Like, they are just, you would never know that they did things on a global scale and are beloved. And GSP, had a even greater run and was beloved internationally long before DC. So yeah, I'm not surprised by any of that. By the way, did you go to Fury White? No, I actually didn't go. I had some personal matters that I had to deal with on that particular day. But I watched it, and it went exactly the way I thought it would go. To be honest, exactly the way I thought it would go. Are you in favor of Fury and Ngannou? You know Tyson very well. Are you in favor of this?
Of course. I mean, who doesn't want to see that? I want to see it with MMA gloves because I actually believe, obviously, usually I'm rooting for Tyson, and of course I would be on this one, but if Francis hits you with them little gloves, he is so dangerous, man, and he's very unorthodox, and I think that Fury was going to lose to anyone in boxing would have been Wilder because he's so unorthodox, and I think it's similar kind of thing with Francis. And if you alter the rules slightly and put Tyson, with the smaller gloves, maybe a little bit different, I think it's a little bit closer than people might think,
So you're in favor. Not only are you in favor, you think it would actually be closer because I think a lot of people think if the fight happens, Tyson is going to steamroll Francis.
No, mate, he would steamroll Francis.
Oh,
but
okay.
I would give Francis a fair shot. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised either way. With them small gloves, and Francis hits like an absolute truck. So you never know. You never know with them little gloves on because it's different. It's way different with the small gloves.
No chance he retires though, right?
No, I think he retired. I think if he wants to retire, he's done everything that he set out to accomplish. So maybe he retires. Who knows?
Man, I don't think so. There's still more for him to do, more money to make, more fights to be had. He's still so young. By the way, I get very excited, almost like it's a personal friend of mine being mentioned. I was listening to, I think, the press conference, and Tommy Fury mentioned you, that he's trained with you and all this stuff. And I was like, I know that guy. He mentioned Tommy. I was like, that's my guy, Tommy. Like he referenced, he was almost like he was referencing me. I was like, wow, Tommy getting the plug on the big boxing stage here. It was nice. Did you hear that as well?
I think someone sent it me as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm friends with all the Fury family. Do you know what I mean? I know Tyson's got 5 brothers. I know I've actually sparred most of his brothers.
Crazy.
I've sparred his cousin Hughie Fury as well. I sparred loads with Hughie, and I know his uncle Peter Fury. Like they're close family friends, and yeah, it's his whole family's great. Do you know what I mean? It's not just Tyson. There's a whole family of like good people, and everybody can box well, and they just have so much knowledge, especially like his uncle Peter and stuff like that. Like the guy has so much knowledge when it comes to boxing, and yeah, just overall good people. The Fury people, great people.
A very good chance, by the way, July 23rd, huge day for English combat sports because the talk is Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk on the same day. So what's the bigger heavyweight fight, I ask you? Aspinall Blaydes, Joshua Usyk.
Joshua Usyk is bigger.
Come on, Tommy. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
You said you want me to be honest. Of course. I don't think you understand boxing people in this country absolutely love Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Like it's and not even just in this country, just globally, I'm sure. Like he's a big deal. Anthony Joshua is a frigging big deal. And I would love to see that fight again. What do you think?
Oh, I would love to see the fight. I would love to see if he beats Usyk, finally Joshua versus Fury. But first and foremost, he has to beat Usyk. I think it's wild that it's happening on the same freaking day. But the word is they're not going to go head-to-head. My good friend Eddie Hearn told me he spoke to Dana White, and you won't be going head-to-head with that fight. So I think that any English fan out there who's a fan of both sports, which I'm assuming there's a lot, doesn't have to worry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm sure me and Curtis are going to be a better fight anyway. Let's be honest.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, you can't. But mate, if you're talking about MMA over boxing, of course we're going to take MMA. You asked me which one's going to be the most popular, so I told you that Joshua's going to be the most popular. But if you're going to know which one you want to watch, which one's going to be more exciting, of course it's going to be me and Curtis Blaydes because what a matchup!
It's a great matchup.
What a matchup that the UFC are putting on. I know it's going to be an absolutely incredible fight between me and Curtis, and very much looking forward to it.
By the way, I was at Madison Square Garden 2 weeks ago for the Katie Taylor-Amanda Serrano fight, and I was sitting in front of 25 or so of Liverpool's finest. They were there to support Liam Smith. You know Liam Smith, the boxer,
Yes.
Smith? Beefy Smith.
Beefy.
Yeah, Beefy Smith. Yeah. And gosh, these people were so much singing, dancing, fucking hell, Ariel. Who you think's up? Fucking hell, that lad. I can't do it very well, but it was just, I had such a great time. These people are phenomenal. They're great to hang out with. Do you like that kind of people, or you're not such a big fan? You're looking at me with a puzzled look, so I feel like you're not such a big fan.
No, I wasn't sure if you were. I thought you was started having a stroke then or something. I wasn't too sure what was going on.
Fucking hell, lad. Fucking hell, lad. Why do they talk like that?
Wow. Well, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, definitely a few passionate fans knocking around. Definitely. Look at the crowds last time.
Yeah.
Mate, you don't understand how crazy it's going to be next time. Like it's going to be, you thought last time was crazy. Next time is going to be so wild. It's going to be so wild, honestly.
Do you think, is there any kind of pressure, to one up it, to do something even greater?
From my
Yeah.
from my point of view, one up it in what sense?
You had such a great performance. I don't even know how you can one up that, but like, do you feel like, man, I got to top this? Now they're expecting a lot out of me. Now they're expecting a greater. No?
You can't one up that.
Yeah.
You can't one up it.
I know.
Like, how can you fight a top 5 guy, not get hit
It's crazy.
in the first round? When you're ranked outside the top 10 and basically no one really gives you a chance, let's be honest, and you go in and not get hit and finish him in the first round, you can't one up that. That's something special that's never going to be done again. And I understand that. And I mean, it was at the point where people were saying like, oh, Volkov's not very good. And it's like, no, Volkov's fucking really good. Just really, really good. That's what, like, I seem to see this narrative a lot with my opponents is when I fight them, people start to think, oh, well, what, like, why he's gone downhill, or like that guy's over the hill now. And it's like, no, he's absolutely not over the hill. No, he's absolutely not terrible. He's actually really good. It's just that I'm so much better.
I like when sometimes because we know that you think you're the SHIT. So I like when you puff your chest out a little bit, but then you go back to humble GSP Aspinall. By the way, flat white at 6:30 is a very bold move on your part. Are you going to have trouble sleeping tonight?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
We have a lot of.
No, do you know what, Ariel? To be honest, I have. I've been sick. I've been sick for like 5 days.
Oh no!
And today's the first day that I've just been able to eat and come back to life a little bit. So today I feel absolutely amazing. I'm having a coffee. I've just had a big meal. Oh, I feel fantastic. I'm speaking to you. It's all going on. I feel good. I feel good today. But seriously, I've been sick. I've been sick as hell. So I'm feeling much better today.
Not the big C, is it?
The big C? No, COVID.
Yeah.
No, it's not COVID.
Thank God.
COVID.
Thank God. We need you healthy. We need you well. It's always great to catch up with you. You always make me sweat a little bit. You always make you never, just like your call outs never get accepted by the UFC or answered. My first request to have you on the program never gets answered, never gets accepted as well. It's always like, no. I'm going to make you wait a little bit, and I appreciate that out of you. Nothing good comes easy.
No, you asked me on like a day's notice, and I was like, no, I'm busy tomorrow. I'm busy tomorrow. Sorry, bro. I've got other things going on. It doesn't just revolve around your show. I know it's a big show and everything, but come on. What's going on?
See, this is what happens. You get a few main events. You'll get a title shot after this one. Make no mistake. And then soon you won't be answering my texts, and we'll start beefing, and you'll say you're too busy, and then you want to get paid for your interviews. This is the beginning of the end.
Why people get paid for this shit?
No, but people try to say that they get paid or try to trick people into paying them. Not here, though.
Like,
it's quid pro quo.
Wow. I really need to.
Don't do it.
My game big time, don't I?
Don't do it, Tommy. Don't do it. Stay.
Who's asking you for money? Who's that? Say the name. Say the name.
I won't do it. I'll tell you who's not asking me for money. GS frickin' P. That's who. All right. Never.
The main man.
GSP would do an interview with me and then invite me over to his house for dinner.
Can you ask GSP if I can just come and train with him one time, please?
I'll do it right now.
Please.
I'll do right. Tell you what, next time we come on, GSP will come on as well, and we'll have a nice little powwow.
Sometimes, because we're friends on Instagram these days, me and GSP, we're like that.
Look at you.
We're like that.
Look at you.
And sometimes I just want to be like, oh, George, can I just come over and train with you a little bit?
Anytime you want to go to Montreal, I'll make it happen. I'm the king of Montreal. I run that town. So anytime you want to go over there to TriStar.
You left.
No. I still
got abandoned Montreal. You abandoned. No. You abandoned them. What? I always want to ask you this question.
Okay.
Why move? Why move from like a beautiful country like Canada?
Look at this. Look what I have.
So where is it? Where is it you live now? New York.
New York. Yeah. Don't cut a promo on New York now. It's the media capital of the world.
I've never been to New York, so that's why you moved for.
Yeah, for my job, for my dreams, for my long-term successes. But hopefully, I'll come back one day. I'm a citizen of both countries. That's why I have both flags here, and I will come back as the king of Canada, the king of Montreal, and I will regain my throne. We do have to move on now, though. I like how you start asking me questions when you know we have to wrap it. Our next guest is standing by, but it's always
No, why? I don't get why you do this. Why do you do this to me though? You fucking
what?
You bring me on, and
Yes.
then you want to cut me off.
That's it. Well,
you want to cut me off.
That's the secret of the show. I don't keep you for an hour. I keep you on for 20, 25 minutes, and you're on your way. That's why hopefully you want to come back the next time. I'm not going to take up your whole night.
Yeah, but it's called MMA Hour.
Yeah.
You give me 20 minutes, and not only is it called MMA Hour, it's on for about 5 hours.
That's true. That's true. That's why we have other guests to get to. But it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Okay.
Love talking to you. And I hope you'll remember this the next time I ask you to come on after you win on July 23rd, that I'll only take 20 minutes of your time. It won't be such a big deal. So you don't have to keep me, standing. Listen. Come on, Tommy.
Nice.
I'll see you there.
Nice.
I'll see you at the O2, all right?
See you there.
All right, there he is, Tommy Aspinall. That was great. Well done, Frank. Well done. You were reading my mind. You were reading my mind in that moment.